welcome back to another Blox Fruits video. In today's Blox Fruits video, hey, as you can see, 17 hidden Blox Fruits tricks, pros abuse that you don't. All right, guys, and it's by this dude named Hans Roblox. Subscribe to him, man, and let's get right into it. No cap.
This is how you gain 50 levels in a matter of seconds, and this is how you destroy NPCs without taking any damage. These are some of the craziest hidden tricks that pros abuse that you
50 levels in 1 minute.
This trick is for players that have literally just started the game. Instead of farming NPCs at the first island, the thing you want to do is make your way over to the last fountain island. And then once you get up here, you want to walk over to one of the NPCs, and then you want to glitch them behind a wall, and you just want to pummel them with your melee attack until they've died. And you're going to notice that this gives you a huge amount of levels. And if you do this like 2 or 3 times,
bro, he's not killing them.
60 levels, which is really insane. But if you're not a new player to the game, then you probably don't want to be doing this because it's not going to give you as many levels as you think.
So if you kill that enemy as your first enemy in the game, you don't get a bunch of levels.
You have to complete the raid with that
specific all the raids
fruit.
With
but what if I told you that there's a way you can complete the raid with the Buddha fruit and awaken a different fruit? And this trick is really overpowered because everyone knows that the Buddha fruit is the most OP fruit for finishing raids.
It definitely is the most OP fruit for raids. No other fruit could compete.
And you complete the first 4 islands with the Buddha fruit like normal. And once you've done that, you want to open your inventory and eat the fruit that you want to awaken. And once
I'll be doing that. I'll be doing that a lot. I don't know if y'all see my videos, but I do this trick a lot, yo.
You can awaken that fruit. What is underneath the Blox Fruits map? This one's actually pretty easy. All you have to do is go to the highest point on the map you can find. I recommend the mansion on the 2nd sea. All you want to do is go into your settings on Roblox and you want to turn your graphics to the lowest they can possibly be.
What?
Once you've done that, all you have to do is just jump as high up into the sky as you can and then hold down the heck? So you stay frozen midair. And what is actually underneath the Blox Fruits map is the Earth. Does that mean that Blox Fruits is on an alien planet? I mean, it would make sense. You can't really get abilities in real life. But if you want an easier way to do this glitch, I recommend some type of flying fruit like the flame fruit, venom fruit, light fruit, or even love fruit.
Okay.
So apparently the
hey, man's a W. That's just Blox Fruits in the game.
A lot faster.
What's the fastest Blox Fruits, yo? Obviously, portal fruit.
Known as the door fruit, but it was changed because of copyright reasons. So once you unlock the C ability for this fruit, which is called World Warp, it lets you literally TP anywhere on the map that you want. You can choose any island or any place and just instantly get
portal fruit is literally so cool, bro.
And the bonus to this is that if you have your friends standing nearby, they can also walk into the portal with you, and it will TP them to the place. But
like, that's do you even count that as the fastest fruit? Like, it's too fast. Like the stock chat, I feel like it's obviously gonna win
7%, so it's a pretty rare fruit. But the downside is that it's not really good for many other things. I mean, it's decent at PvP, but the main thing that you want to use it for is just traveling from place to place.
Nah.
So did you know that in Blox Fruits,
I know some players that are cracked with that fruit.
You might be wondering
make
how
boats fly.
You do this, but it's actually pretty simple. All you have to do is equip the control fruit, then you create a dome with the fruit, and then using its ability, you can just fling your boat into the sky. I mean, it's a pretty cool trick to impress your friends. I mean, it doesn't really have that much practical use, unless you're trying to climb a mountain or something. But overall, it's a pretty decent trick because if you
dude's videos are actually pretty cool.
Travel a huge amount.
The way he edits them are cool.
Amount of time. Okay, so now this is a topic that I mentioned before: sea beast hunting.
Sea beast hunting
is a really good way to get your hands on.
Okay, I need to learn this one, bro, because it never works for me.
1.5 million belly by sea beast hunting. So every single sea beast that you kill in the game gives you from 60,000 belly to 250,000 belly, and these chances double if you have double XP, which increases the maximum you can get to 500,000. And there's actually 2 different types of sea beast events in the game. There's one where only 1 sea beast spawns, and there's another one which is a sea beast storm and 3 sea beast spawn. So when a sea beast storm
that's like 7.
Kill all the sea beasts.
That's 7 on the picture you showed us.
You will end up getting 1.5 million belly, which is a really insane way to grind money in the game. But it's probably not going to happen because there's no way someone's killing 3 sea beasts by themselves unless you're a pro player.
Whoa! I do that all by myself, bro. I don't need help to kill 3 sea beasts, and I'll prove it.
Huge amount of cash. When you're in the 2nd sea, head over to the cursed ship, and the cursed ship has a lot of chest spawn locations. And if you make your way over to every single chest and collect each and every one of them, you should get your hands on a huge amount of money. And then once you've collected every chest, you can just server hop and repeat the same thing. And there's a butt ton of chests here, which makes it
or you can be rich and just buy Robux and spend money on it.
This is a pretty easy way to raise your bounty in Blox Fruits by a huge amount in a really short amount of time.
Wait, I need this one.
Hidden island on the 1st sea PvP, and there's a guy called the mob leader there. So every time you kill the mob leader, he increases your bounty by 3,000. And he literally only takes 1 minute to respawn. You can
1 minute?
AFK farm this guy.
Okay.
And if you keep killing him over and over every minute as he keeps respawning, that should give you 180,000 higher bounty in literally 1 hour.
But I'm pretty sure you gotta be low level
if you grind it for 1 day. So everybody knows that the F ability of the light fruit is one of the fastest ways to travel in the whole game. But unlike the flame and venom fruit, you actually can't turn once you started flying, which is something that makes the light fruit pretty bad. So if
he's
you
never
start
awakened the
flying,
fruit.
Of course, by a bit, you have to.
I think he's a new player.
Wait for it to recharge.
Because you gotta awaken the fruit to be able to turn and stuff.
Easy fix this. All you have to do is awaken your light fruit by doing the light.
Alright, he knows.
Once you awaken this ability, it lets you
I'm about to say, bro.
Flight, and it makes a really nice bounce sound when you turn, just like when you hit a wall when you're normally flying.
How's he turning so good?
Speed, you should probably be going for the portal fruit. So everybody knows that Sharkman Karate and Godhuman are the two best fighting styles in the game. But which one is actually better? If you're trying to grind,
who said Sharkman Karate is the best fighting style in the game? They lied.
Because if you notice when you use the abilities, the Sharkman
definitely
doesn't
lied.
have a delay between its third attack, but Godhuman does, and that is one big downside to grinding. But when it comes to PvP, Godhuman definitely takes the lead in this.
It's either Godhuman, a Dragon Talent, or Electric Claw that are the best.
Stunning and dishing out
That's what I thought, at least.
Damage to your opponent. I would mainly use Godhuman for bounty hunting and just collecting belly, and I would use Sharkman Karate to just grind levels. And keep in mind, Godhuman is literally the hardest fighting style to get in the game, so most of you watching probably just want to go for Sharkman Karate. So this is a pretty easy trick to farm some Haki. So the first step is you have to make sure that you have an elemental fruit equipped. Then you have to equip the worst sword you can find, and then go to any enemy that you find which does not have Haki, and then stand on their spawn point and have the bad sword equipped and just leave an auto clicker on overnight. And what happens now is that the enemy, because they don't have Haki, they can't hit you, so you're just constantly hitting them and killing them, but they don't do any damage to you. And the reason you
wait, is this the method?
Is because the way your Haki levels up is not by the amount of damage you do to a player, it's the amount of times that you hit them. So if you have a really good sword equipped, then you're gonna kill the NPC faster, and then you have to wait for it to respawn. But if you have a bad sword equipped, you hit them way more times than you would hit them with a good sword. So using this trick, you can max out your Haki.
That's so smart. Why did I never think about that? I mean, it's kind of too late now, but the wall strategy.
Did you know that in Blox Fruits, NPCs actually cannot hit you through walls, but you can hit them through walls. So if you find an enemy that's super overpowered and they would literally one-shot you even if they hit you once, all you have to do is you lure them behind a wall, and then you stand on the other side, and then you walk up to the wall, and you can just start hitting them through it. And they can't do anything. I mean,
Goofy boy can't get up.
Do any damage. And apparently NPCs in Blox Fruits don't know how to press spacebar, so you don't have to worry about them coming after you. So did you know that there's a pretty easy way in this game to just get a free 200 fragments? So all you have to do is be on the 200. Head over to Hydra Island and go to the arena trainer. And then if you get the training dummy quest and then you kill him, you just get 200 fragments and 22,000 belly. And the weapon that the training dummy uses is the dark blade. I know what you're thinking. Oh my god, bro, it's the dark blade.
No way.
But the training dummy can't actually use the abilities of the dark blade. It can only use the passive ability. And his level is only
you get
200
shards every time you kill it?
But keep in mind that you can only equip this quest every hour, so it's probably not the best method in the game, but nevertheless a pretty easy way to get 200 fragments. If you're wondering how to maximize your potential for leveling up, the race you probably want to get for that is
the ghoul race.
And the reason for this is that most of the ghoul's abilities are all targeted at leveling up with the Buddha fruit. But keep in mind this is only if you have the Buddha fruit, and if you don't, you probably want to go for a different race.
How?
So for the version 1 of the ghoul, it's pretty basic. You run 30% faster during night, and for version 2, every time you hit a player using a combat style, it heals you 25% of the damage that you've done.
Is he capping, bro?
Player. But this is
Chat,
really
is he right about that?
Even when you
is Ghoul Fruit the best one?
Damage, you can instantly heal back up.
Bro, I just got Ghoul Fruit too, like, and the Huda Fruit.
And this allows you to use abilities that are still 40% on cooldown. And it gives you buffs such as increases your overall damage by 10%, your speed by 10%, and your defense by 15%. So out of every race in the game, you probably want to keep your eye out on this one if you want to level up as fast as possible. So in the latest update of Blox Fruits, they actually added a new NPC to the
color specialist.
And this NPC is the Aura Expert. And you first see players might be wondering, what is the Aura Expert? And there's really good reason for this, because there's no point having
when did he get there?
You can't actually buy any auras to use. The person that you buy auras from doesn't actually spawn in the first sea. He only spawns in the second and third one. So it's kind of useless to have an auras expert in the first sea when first sea players can't even equip anything from him.
That's crazy.
But I guess it's kind of useful for second and third sea players that are just chilling out in the first sea. Okay, so this is another pretty cool trick to get yourself your own free privite server. And the way you do this is that once you head over to Blox Fruits, head into the server section. You click on where it says descending and you change it to ascending. And you can see that it'll show up with a bunch of servers that only have one player in them. And once you join the server, you basically have a private server to yourselves. Because players that join are more likely to be put into a
lot of people need that, bro.
And if
a lot of people need that. I'm not gonna lie.
It literally makes it so that you're the only player in that lobby. And you can invite your friends and you guys can just have a good time grinding in peace. Because if you grind in public servers, there's a good chance that some annoying player is just gonna try and kill you over and over again. Okay, so everyone knows that water is literally the deadliest enemy in the whole of Blox Fruits. And the reason for this is that most players have a Blox Fruit equipped. And if you have a Blox Fruit and you fall into water, you're pretty much dead. But there are some ways to actually survive.
You can't swim if you got a Blox Fruit. It happened in the anime too.
Having the ice fruit just lets you walk.
I mean, but ice fruit's kind of bad to me. I don't know.
The same thing applies
is ice fruit good to you?
And dough. With the dough fruit, your donut can just roll on water if it's awakened, and for magma, you can just walk on water. But did you know that there's a way for players that have any fruit to do this as well? So if you somehow happen to land on water, all you have to do is just hold spacebar, not click it, not spam it, just leave your thumb on it. And what this does is it lets you jumping on top of water, and you'll never drown. And you can move a bit as well with it. Just make sure you don't start spamming your dashes, because then you'll start taking a bit of damage. But overall, this is a really good trick, and I think every player in the game should be.
That don't make no sense, bro. How you're able to do that?
Knows that when fighting against player, observation haki is literally one of the most annoying things to fight against.
Breaking observation haki.
Easy counter to this. There are a whole bunch of abilities in the game that are not affected by observation haki. These are just some of them.
What do you mean?
Usually what players do is that they use one of these abilities first, and this turns off the other player's observation, and they can't activate it for a certain amount of time. And what a lot of people do is have a gun to use that ability, because guns are useless and nobody uses them. So you might as well get one, upgrade it.
Bro, I'm a gun main. What does he mean guns are useless?
So what you want to do once you have
guns are so good
is use it at the start, and then you can spam all of your other abilities without worrying about them having to dodge it.
Hey, that was a good tip. What is this? But anyways, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe, and shout out to Hans Roblox.